Good afternoon, YouTubers. It's RC here with RC67. And the two cars I got today came in the mail yesterday, and these are the two cars I was telling you all about that I was going to go ahead and get restored. This is a 1982 casting of the 67 Camaro, and this is a 1969 Red Baron, and this actually has the pointed red top. That's how you know it is much older Red Baron, and it also has the I guess you call this the German cross on the side of the helmet, so a little sticker there. Both of these cars are in really bad shape. I've already pre-drilled them to pull them apart. I have not taken them apart yet, so we're going to take these apart and see what they look like together here. This will be part one, and then the next video will be the revealing of what these two cars will look like after I'm done restoring them. I'll have pictures and transformation pictures of the start and finish and all the things in between of what I will have been doing with these cars until the next video is made. So let's go ahead and pull this Camaro apart. And it's in pretty rough shape. The original color of this used to be red. And the story behind this, when I was reading the description, was this was the 1982 casting. It came in red, and it had a yellow, white, and orange flame down the side of the car, and then it said 67 Camaro right here. So you can already see it's missing an A-pillar here, and this one is in needing of a little repair. The hood is still intact and does open, which is good, because typically a car with this much play was probably destroyed and the pins didn't survive. But these pins did survive, but I'm not going to move it a whole lot because it might end up breaking, and then I'll have to repair it. And that's something I don't want to have to get into. As a whole, I don't know what the casting itself will look like once all this paint gets off of here, because this car looks like it was repainted black at one time. And it looks like the other side of the casting here, which is bare metal, it looks like someone actually scraped a lot of this red paint off with something. So this car is going to need a lot of attention and a lot of love, but when it's all done, it's going to get a brand new home with a lot of love, sitting next to a lot of other really nice cars in my collection. It looks like the window is painted black, but it doesn't look like there is any significant damage to it. So we'll have to run a little paint thinner here and take that off and see what that looks like. The interior just needs a really good cleaning. This car looks like it spent a lot of time in the dirt, because this is just dusty dirt stuff. The nice thing about these old castings, this one, it was still a metal base. So this is a metal base here, which is really nice. These were black walls on this Hot Wheel, and they are rusted. So these will get a new pair of wheels and axles. I'm actually going to make this a red line car. It's not going to be an original red line. This was originally a black wall, but I don't have a red line Camaro in my collection, and many of the older red line Camaros from the late 60s, early 70s, from, like I said, from 68 to 73 or 4. To find one in good condition is very expensive, and I don't have that kind of money. So this is going to be my own version of a redline Camaro, so an older version, I should say. It is a 1982 casting, so this is a pretty old casting. But these wheels are shot. These are all been painted, it looks like. The chrome inside the wheel well here is awful. And of course, the axles are bent, and there is a lot of rust in there. And then there's some kind of, looks like carpet debris or something inside of that one. So that one's going to be a challenge. This one here is the Red Baron. Everything was intact. The drawback on this is that the posts for the engine and the helmet is what holds this all together. So these can be tricky to go back together. But the nice part about this is the interior is all intact, and it does have the steering wheel with it, which is really good to know. There's the helmet of it. There's the little point. That's an actual point on it. The later ones that came out, like in the redistribution of them or the retooling of them, this was a little bit more rounded, and I think they even made them later where they just took this off completely and it was just a smooth helmet. But this helmet is pretty tarnished and bad shape. The engine itself also very tarnished and in bad shape. This car has a lot of toning. and has been really heavily played with and scuffed up. But the body itself looks like it's in pretty good shape. It does not look like any of the wheel wells are bent. I did restore a red line a few months back of a Red Baron, and one of the wheel wells was bent, and I had to straighten that out a little bit. But this one looks like it's in pretty good shape. I think the color of this is rose, a Spectraflame rose color, because this is still when they were making Spectraflame red lines at the time. So this is an actual 69 car. So the paint I have for this is not going to be a Spectraflame. It's going to be a metallic red, but there is a red combination I have that I've used in the past to make a red, which gives it the Spectraflame appearance. But the body as a whole is in very good shape. Again, there's nothing that's been bent on it, which is really good to know. The axles on this one are also rusted out, and they're bent, and they don't even turn. And if they do turn, they're very, very stiff and tight. You can also tell that this is one of the older red lines. It has this little plastic top piece right here. So this little rivet piece here has to come out, and that'll help free up these axles. This here was a red line because it has the capped wheels, and there's a little ridge right here on the wheel, and you just stick an X-Acto blade right between there, pop this off, and then you can replace the wheel or the cap. But these wheels are in such bad shape, and the axles are so bent that if I were to bend them, it would actually probably break them because they're already rusted, and this little plastic tab inside is in pretty bad shape too. So this one will get a new set of wheels as well. I do have redline capped wheels to replace for this. So this one will get brand new shoes as well, and it will get on the shelf with the other red lines I've restored and have a nice home and be happy. So that is what I have. So stay tuned. Again, this is part one of the restoration of these two cars. The next video I'll make will be part two, so I probably won't do any videos in between there, and you guys will see the final result of this. It's probably going to take me a little while just because I do have a lot of things coming up the next few days, but I really won't get on these cars until probably next week, and we'll get them started then. But I hope you guys are having a really good day, and happy Friday to everybody. If you guys would like, comment, or subscribe, I do appreciate it. Hope you guys are taking care. This is RC with RC67 signing out. Take care, y'all.